1 year down, you're still happy to see me. I'm glad.
This was the mayor's second State of the City address, but the first since Detroit has climbed out from under the cloud of bankruptcy.
We still have to run a very tight budget every single week in order to stay on track. And we are now 7 months through the year, and I'm very proud to say we are running below expenses, above revenue, and we are going to finish this year with a balanced budget for the first time since 2002.
The mayor detailed the successes of his programs to either tear down or sell and fix up Detroit's blighted neighborhoods. But he also announced a new plan to help people fix up what they've held on to.
Yesterday, with the agreement of HUD and a group of foundations, we have a new $8 million loan pool that will be available at 0% interest to make loans to Detroiters to fix up their homes.
Mayor Duggan pointed proudly to big reductions in carjackings and murders. And most importantly, perhaps, a police response time that a year ago was a glacial 37 minutes.
Today, with the great work by the police department and the men and women of the office, we've cut that response time to 17 minutes. We're getting close to the national average. And for serious crimes, we're getting there even faster. This year, we're going to cut it even more. We're going to put 200 more police officers on the street and get them in the cars and responding.
And then there's the constant complaint by residents over who to call with problems. Well, the mayor says there's going to be an app for that.
We're going to have a new app in the next month that's called Improve Detroit. And you're going to be able to go onto your smartphone or on your PC or your laptop if you prefer, put in your address. When the street light's out, you're going to be able to log that in. And when you do, you're going to get an email from us acknowledging your response. It's going to have a work order go directly to the lighting department and to me at the same time, which I'll be a little curious. And when they fix that light, you're going to get an email back saying the response has been addressed.
That was our Stephen Clark reporting right there. The mayor talked about so many things during his speech, including one of his biggest accomplishments tonight, of course. And it was from everything from improving Detroit streets, improving crime, and of course, about a Detroit app which will let leaders know what needs to be fixed around the city. He also spoke about balancing the city's budget.
Every place I've been, we balance the budget every year. And I told the folks at DMC, the first year it was balanced, you're going to get to the point where a balanced budget is no big deal as a given. It took about 3 years before people stopped marveling at it. It'll probably take 3 years around here.
Mayor Duggan said that the big news tonight was the 0% loans available to homeowners to fix up their homes. Glenda?
Yeah, and Detroiters also reacting to the mayor's address tonight.
So what did they think of it? 7 Action News reporter Jeff Vaughn joins us now live in Detroit with a whole lot more. Hey, Jeff.
Yeah, the mayor talked about specifically here on the west side economic development. Take a look behind me. This is Grand River Boulevard near Losser, and this is the brand new $33 million Myers Supercenter, which is going to open up this summer. This was once a high school, then a vacant lot, and then some federal money came in along with some tax breaks to get this Myers store here. Again, it's going to open up this summer. But this wasn't the only announcement that the mayor had for Detroit's west side.
That's what I want to talk about tonight.
When Mayor Mike Duggan took the podium of the State of the City tonight, his words impacted Westsiders.
This gives us the opportunity to strengthen what we've been doing, and that's what Detroit is all about. We can do it.
Showcasing efforts to strengthen neighborhoods through programs aimed at reopening parks, like parts of the West Side Rouge River Park, tearing down empty homes, and making empty lots into neighborhood play areas. Veronica Adams lives on the West Side.
I was excited for the children. I'm excited about our neighborhoods.
Duggan started his State of the City with blight. It's a scourge on the west side with hundreds of vacant homes serving as havens for danger, drugs, and squatters. Duggan announcing new money from the state and federal government to demolish properties when the owners have abandoned the homes. Duggan says the city is tearing down 200 houses a week. Lena Barclay is an East Sider living in the Dexter-Glendale area now for 30-plus years.
We want to see the houses, being demolished and new people coming into the neighborhoods.
Duggan announcing tonight the city has filed a lawsuit forcing owners of vacant property with no plans to develop to hand over the land to neighborhood groups.
Bring the kids back, bring the schools back, let them flourish, have that diversity.
Councilman James Tate represents the West Side.
You've got some very strong businesses in the neighborhood that have been holding on for years and now starting to get some of that recognition.
Also getting some recognition tonight from the mayor is going to be some entrepreneurs that are getting help through a Motor City match. $500,000 going out in federal money via loans and grants every single quarter. Live on the West Side, Jeff Vaughn, 7 Action News. Back to you.
Yeah, I bet a lot of people were happy to hear that one because that was a big surprise, all that money for people who want to start businesses. Well, we sent our Ronnie Dahl to the city's east side tonight.
She's been working as an advocate for the city for the last year, and she joins us now live with more. Ronnie, how are they feeling there?
Well, I'll tell you what, I work in the city almost each and every day, from the east side, west side, all points in between. But tonight here on the east side, we all know politicians love to talk about numbers. They love to talk about how many street lights they've gotten turned on, how many houses they've torn down. But here on the east side, the only thing they care about is action. Amber and Andrew argue found opportunity on Detroit's east side.
First house we owned, yes.
And you bought it when?
6 years ago in March.
For how much?
$3,000 on eBay.
But take a walk down their block and you can see their American dream is far from perfect.
People dump cars here. People set cars on fire here.
Nobody will come to visit. A lot of times I have to beg my family to come, and that's kind of sad to see that, you know, they don't want to be here. They don't feel comfortable.
Who would blame them? Out of 11 houses on the block, 10 are vacant. I said 10. Burned out, abandoned, like the boat shipwrecked far from sea. Amber and Andrew are all alone, but for the young couple and their dogs, they say under Mayor Duggan, hope has paid a visit to their street. How do you feel about Detroit?
I always love Detroit. I mean, it's just, especially now, the new mayor involved. I mean, just, well, we got 2 new LED lights on our street, and we're dead in the street.
On a scale of 1 to 10, Andrew says he gives Mayor Duggan an 8. But what about the younger generation? We sat down and watched part of the mayor's speech with them. They're very candid and very surprising. A reaction to his speech. I'll have that for you coming up at 11 o'clock. And real quick, I want to go ahead and throw this out there. Mr. Mayor, you have an app. You want people to tell you what's wrong with the city? Call me. I call you every single day. I'll tell you what's wrong with the city. I'm out here in the neighborhoods. Also, let people tell me what's wrong with the city. Don't get them in trouble if they talk to the media. Let's have an open and transparent dialogue so we can get this city fixed. For now, we'll send it back to you in the studio.
Candid comments there, Ronnie. And on that note, not everyone is applauding the mayor. Protesters gathered outside the theater, some very upset over those water shutoffs. Others demanded a moratorium on foreclosures and issue the mayor addressed. Some protesters didn't carry signs. They had their messages spelled out in lights, even projected onto buildings to make sure it would be seen.